Hi everyone, my name is Candace again, and right now my son is having his morning milk, so I thought what better time to share this story with you all. Going back a while in my history, I'm someone who my whole life has been super happy, and for better or worse, that tends to excite people and get them excited and enthusiastic, and as I'm rooting them on in life, and then other people can't stand it. They are questioning why I'm always happy and what's so exciting in life to be so joyful about. But that's just who I've been my entire life. So when I found out I was having my son, I was beside myself, excited. I fortunately had an incredible pregnancy. From the first day I found out through delivering my son, it was amazing. Didn't really have any morning sickness. Just had a joyful time being pregnant and knowing that I was going to bring an incredible life into the world. And then I delivered him and he started screaming nonstop the first 2 weeks of his life. So he would cry all day and all night, and people would say that's typical. That's what a baby does. They're fussy, they cry. Mine was just a little more fussy than normal, which was fine, but I struggled. And then when he was 11 days old, I was feeding him on the couch and he projectile vomited across the living room. And if you haven't experienced that before, it is traumatic. A little innocent tiny human, almost 8 pounds, spewing their entire contents of what seems like their whole body across the living room. And I knew immediately as a mom we needed to get help. So threw him into the car. We went to the walk-in center. They said go to the ER, and he continued to vomit the rest of the night. So we were finally admitted to the hospital. They ran a lot of tests. Everything looked perfect. Nothing seemed bad. He had an IV in his arm, which again was the scariest thing on the planet as a new mom. But he wasn't puking anymore. So they soon after found some blood in his diaper. And through process of elimination, they figured it was the norovirus. If you've never heard of it, it is a crazy, contagious virus that will spread and does spread everywhere. So I got sick, my fiance got extremely ill, our families got sick, and mind you, it's going on December 20th. So it's the holiday season. So we all spent Christmas and New Year's sick, which again, in the grand scheme of life, is okay. But unfortunately, my son didn't stop screaming at all. He screamed for 2-3 months nonstop. He would arch his back. He would get red in the face. He hated being held. He hated being put down. He just wasn't a happy baby, and it broke my heart. And I started losing sleep, and I started losing hope, and I started losing a sense of self. I stopped liking everything. But unfortunately, the way the world works, I had to go back to work. And I had to go back in this state of mind of just being sad for my son, sad for myself, and not wanting to be around other people. So I went back to work, and I wasn't, again, long story short, I wasn't functioning. I wasn't okay. And I would do my work, but I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't sleep at night. My hands started shaking. I was isolating my friends. I didn't want to listen to the radio because I didn't believe I deserved happiness. I didn't want to wear makeup anymore because what's the point? I just questioned why I should be living and what value there was, knowing I had to live for my son. So, sorry, I'm getting emotional. My friends knew I needed help, and I knew I needed help, so they took me to the hospital and said someone needs to see her, something needs to be done. So my best friend and my sister drove me to the hospital, and I was admitted for suicidal ideations, but really they knew I needed something because I wasn't sleeping and because I was depressed. So I was put on medication for a few months. I stayed in the hospital for a week, and I was put on anti-anxiety medication, medication to help me with sleep, and then depression medication. So I get out of the hospital after a week, went back to work, and I did. I started feeling better, And I can't believe I would ever say that. I was sleeping, so I was functioning. I was able to communicate with people. So after all of this, and my family did support me, but again, I didn't want their help. I went to the doctor and I told him, the pediatrician, like how bad it was and what was happening. So in all of this time, he suggested that Hunter, my son, needed to be on a specialized formula. So that was called Nutramigen. And he needed medicine for GERD, which is extreme reflux, with the vomiting, which did continue for months then after his initial hospital stay. So we ended up putting him on Nutramigen, and after 2 weeks, the crying subsided a little bit. He was still vomiting and spitting up his bottles a lot, but we noticed that this decreased over time, like anything, when you get the help and the support that you need. And he was a happy baby. And again, I don't know anyone who is rich. I am definitely not rich, but this all gave me anxiety from the fact that I have student loans, from the fact that I'm a new mother, that I felt like I couldn't take care of my son, that I couldn't breastfeed, and was worried about my own opinions, let alone other people and what they would think. But the overarching story and what this is meant to do is to help anyone, help you realize that you can get better. There is support, and take care of yourself. So that's the most important thing. Do what you need to do for you. Be the healthiest, best mom you could possibly be for your child, and be there for them. So fast forward, my son is now 13 months old, and I am happy, even though I'm in tears right now telling you my story. I am happy. I'm so happy. I love going to work every day. I love dropping him off and picking him up from daycare because he is my whole world, and he is the happiest baby. He loves life. He loves playing with others. He loves his family, and of course being read to and being cuddled. So if you are a new mom or a mom for many years who is struggling, please get help. I'm here for you. I know that there's a support system and a network out there. So I encourage you, one, to reach out to me personally. So please do that. Send me a message if I can help in any way and share more with you. If you would like, subscribe to my channel. It's not only about being a new mom or makeup or my lifestyle or things like that, just a combination of everything. And I will kind of talk about how and why makeup is a little bit more important to me in a future video unrelated to this. So thank you all for watching. Please subscribe. Have an amazing day. Bye.